Well, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to my Ford Transit Campervan Build, and this episode is going to be a little bit of a short one, and it's just sort of looking at a bit of a nerdy sort of smart integration into sort of the rest of the systems I've got. So I'm going to have a bit of a play with using NFC tags, and if anyone's not come across them before, it's technology which if you pay contactlessly with your debit card or your credit card, that the card itself is an NFC tag and the card machine is the reader. And I'm going to be using those in the opposite way, where I'm going to have these little tags stuck in different places in the van, and my phone acts as the reader, as I usually got my phone on with me. So if I tap one of those tags, I can then use the shortcuts app on the iPhone to make a different action happen, and that could be a sticker down by the bottom of that door. So if I'm leaving by that door, I'm doing my boots up. I could have one at a floor level where I can tap my phone to and it just turns all the lights off. Or the electrical cupboard, I could have one on there, I could tap my phone to it and it'll bring up the Victron VRM so I can see all the electrics for the van, something like that. So that's what I'm going to have a little bit of a play with. I've not played with this before, but these tags for a pack of 12, they're really tiny and they're only about £8 of Amazon, so worth a little bit of a punt, a bit of fun to see if that works. So these are quite thick little tags I've bought. You can get thin ones which just look like stickers and have no design on them at all, which is just white stickers or black stickers or whatever colour really. It's a really thin piece of technology. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set this one up to, when my phone's tapped against it, it opens up the Victron VRM, so I can see what's going on with the electrical system of the van. So let's have a go with that. So this is the app on the iPhone. I'm pretty sure on Android there is some equivalent app where you can do the same sort of thing. So I'm going to use automation, create a personal automation. So I'll under NFC chip. It's going to ask you to scan the chip, and I'm just going to boop it on there. There we go. I'm just going to call it Victron VRM. Okay. Next. So when that tag is, when the phone hits the tag, it needs an action to do. So first, I'm going to change it to do a vibration. So I know that the phone has actually taken that tag into account. And then I'm going to do scripting, open app, VRM app. There we go. So that means when that tag is tapped, the Victron VRM app should open and show me what's going on with my Victron. And I'm just going to turn off ask before running, because that would mean if I tap the phone would then go, do you want to do this? And I just want it to automatically open up. So turn that off, don't ask, perform this action, done. Right, many people have seen my cupboard is down here. So first I might test if I could have that the chip is on the inside of the cupboard. I wonder if that can send it from there. Nope. So let's see if I can put the cupboard up here. There we go. So I'm going to peel off the sticky back plastic, got the sticky cover on the back of this. So just wanting to use the Victron VRM, and works like that. But I imagine most people are going to think that actually isn't very useful for many people, because they don't really care. So let's use it for something a bit more, a bit more useful for everyday people. What I want to use it for. So this one might be a bit more of a useful application for me. For instance, if I use the voice, the voice assistant Alexa quite a lot to turn all the lights on and off when I can, but that obviously only works with internet, which is this, being in a camper van, you're not always going to have internet, so other options are good. So this one I'm going to make that if I'm ever coming into the front to drive the van, I've probably got my phone in my hand because I'm about to go put it on for directions or on charge. So I'm going to make a tag which turns off all the lights in the back, which either works great for if I haven't got any internet and I forgot to turn them off, or I'm just being super lazy and I can just go tap my phone on it, which turns all the lights off in the back. The way that works is because the Philips Hue lights I use have their own hub, and that's attached to the local Wi-Fi in the van. And if the phone's attached to the local Wi-Fi in the van, which would be because I'm in here, then the phone can control those lights. So let's add a scene. Automation. Create new automation. Add scene. Leaving home. There we go. Done. So I'm using the Home Kit, which is the built-in Apple home automation ecosystem, which the phone can control. I'm using their scene called Leaving Home, and that's now been set to turn off all of the lights in the van. So same as we did for the last one, create automation. We're going to go for another NFC tag. We're going to scan the tag, and we're going to call it driver lights off. Next, and then we're going to go add action. We're going to do vibrate again, as that's just a great verification that I've actually interacted with the tag. And then we're going to go, this time we're going to go for apps, home, and then we're going to run the leave home system. Next, don't need permission, don't ask. Right, so now we can test it. I was going to hold it in my hand. I should be able to, I think you can see the lights from the back. Tap it on there. Turns all the lights off. Cool. So let's put that tag on. Where? I don't really know. That should work. Yes. What else can we automate? I think another useful one could be, I've got a scene called bedtime in the van for the lights. So when I hit the bedtime button, all the lights bar these two go off, and they go to about 10% in orange. That's sort of actually not like sleep, it's more like, you know, just chilling out in bed. You just want some dim lighting. So let's go add that one. Right, it's a day later, and figuring out how the scripting works on some of this. So I effectively wanted to make a script for a tag that's above here, which is one of the cabinets, which is sort of where my head is if I'm in the bed, so that if I tap it and the lights are off, it would turn the lights to bedtime mode, which is about 8% brightness and a low dim orange. If the lights were already on but not on bedtime mode, then it would turn into bedtime mode, and if the lights were currently in bedtime mode, it would turn them off. Turns out I thought toggling on and off would be easy. It's not. It's a lot of if statements, and I think I'll give an example for anyone who wants to use it, because it took a bit of researching. So scripting wise, I'm using an if statement. So if driver's side light is off, run bedtime scene. Bedtime scene is the low orange lighting just over the bed area and turns all the other van lights off. Otherwise, get the current status or the brightness of that light, so that's the variable. If that variable is higher than 25% brightness, that would mean that I've probably got them just on full brightness, as like normal, looking around normally what I use in the cab. And if it's greater than 25%, run bedtime to turn it to that low brightness, which is actually 8%, sorry. And otherwise on that, so the next one is if the lights are on, but the brightness is less than 24, that would mean that the lights are already in the bedtime mode. Then run leave home, and leave home turns all the lights in the van off. And then that sort of toggles, so I could turn them on and off from bedtime lights on, off, or any other state. I just got a bit confused because I didn't know about the if on off statement. I was using brightness as in brightness equals 0%. I was assuming was off as the on off variable, but it wasn't. And as soon as I learned that worked fine. So let me show you it in practice. So as an example, the lights are currently on 100%. Let's say the bed's out and I've got into bed and I want to put the lights down to sort of nighttime mode, which is just the two bed lights on a low setting, and everything else in the van turns off. So just tap on the phone, and I'll change them to the sort of bedtime mode. So I finish reading whatever in bed and I want to turn the lights off altogether. I could have added a second tag, but I wanted to all do it in the same tag. So just do it again. And wait a few seconds for it to process, and then that will turn the bed lights off. And then I wanted also a way to turn them from off back to the nighttime, the bed mode, in case I wanted to get up or look at something else. And I can just tap the phone and it'll turn them back into bedtime mode. So if you could think of any other uses for NFC tags, things that I could potentially use them for, or what if you put them into your van, what you might use them for, just feel free to put them in the comments below. It'd be really interesting to see some of your ideas. So the main sort of reason for doing the NFC stuff as well, it was £8 for a pack of 12, and all the sort of programming functionality can be done on the phone, and the phone is the trigger, so it should work offline as such. It doesn't need phone signal to do it. If I'm near the van, the phone will have connected to the van's Wi-Fi, which means all those different things are sort of on the same circuit. Now, although I've got the wireless controllers, and I've got two of those, they're going to be mounted in convenient places when I'm in the van. If I'm outside the van or on the floor level, I'm not necessarily going to be able to reach them, and I might not use the functionality of those tags often. But it might be a case that I've got an NFC tag down on the floor there. So if I've just come in from a hill day and I'm soaked wet or I'm caked in mud and I don't want to traipse all that mud into the van, but I want to turn the lights on because I want to take the kit off, but I can just tap the floor one and turn all the lights on so I can see what I'm doing, or stuff like that. Or same for the van. If I haven't got any signal and I've jumped out of the van, I put my boots on, I don't want to come back in to get one of the light switches, and I can just tap the light switch and then wait a couple of seconds and all the lights will go off. Same for the back doors as well. Definitely if I open any of the back doors of the van, I can't physically reach any of the main switches unless I step into the vehicle. So just adding little bits of functionality like that is kind of convenient. Or a real world example could be, let me just hit the lights. Hello? What am I doing? Something else I want to mention is a number of people have asked throughout different videos of where I've got particular things. So I've opened up an Amazon's store, which the link is in the description for all the videos now. And if you go on there and if you find anything like, such as the tags I've used here, they'll be in there. Or anything else you see in the van. If I've got it off Amazon, or even if I haven't, I've tried to find that product on Amazon and put it into a store. So you can purchase it if you want it, and then I get a little bit of commission as well, which helps out me in the channel. Additionally, it seems like that also works as a sort of referral as well. So if you go to my store but then look at something else through Amazon and purchase it, it doesn't cost you any more, but I get a little bit of commission on whatever purchase that was, because it sees it as Amazon sees it as my store directed you to Amazon as a shopping platform. So those are really good. If you want to use my Amazon link to help me out, that'd be great. So something else to remember with the NFC tags, in the way I'm using them, there's no actual information as such stored on the tag. The tag isn't doing anything. The tag is just a unique number as such, and then when the phone recognises that there's a tag and it sees that tag's unique number, it plays the action associated with that. So that means if anyone else used their phone on that tag, nothing would happen. Or if you wanted, you could set up someone else's phone to do a completely different set of actions. Maybe they have a different preferred lighting for the room, and your phone could turn on your preferred lighting or play your preferred playlist, whilst the other person's phone could turn on their preferred lighting and playlist. It's only bound to the what you've programmed that code to do via the phone. The phone's managing all of that. They can be used to store information. I know you can set them. So for instance, it would have your Wi-Fi password on, so you could, if you wanted to give your Wi-Fi password to someone, they could just scan that code and then get your Wi-Fi password, right? But I'm not using it in that sense. Now, if you wanted to go really in depth with the shortcuts feature on the iPhone, there are way better videos out there, and a few YouTubers who sort of specialise in those things for home automation. But the uses I've done for opening an app, such as the VRM, or for turning lights on and off and do different scenes, is a pretty small, low-level use of it, but you can do some really complex stuff if you want. You could have one on your dashboard that, if you had a tag, you could tap it and that would open up your GPS to your place of work and then put your favourite playlist on, something like that. It tells you the ETA to it. There's loads and loads of different powerful options. It's something I might just play around with. The stickers are quite cheap after all, and the iPhone's built-in sort of system for using it is quite powerful. If not, takes a little bit of getting used to, and there is an Android version as well, and I'm sure there's plenty of YouTube videos out there on how the Android version works, if any tags. Yeah, I think that could be about it for this video. A bit of a short one, a bit of a tangent, but it was kind of a fun little bit of play, and some people might find it interesting. So once again, if you've liked what you've seen, feel free to subscribe, leave me a message. If you want to message me about something, usually a bit easier to message me on Instagram. I can respond to it a bit quicker, but always leave a message, comment down below, that really helps. And I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.